Monday's here, the battle calls. Phil's on the mic, breaking down the walls. No mercy, no regrets. Crank it up, ain't seen nothing yet. Lights go down, the crowd ignites. Chaos reigns on Monday nights. Suck it, Phil, feel the fire burn. Ripping through the night, no return. Raise your fists, let the madness flow. This is war, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Riffs like thunder, drums like war. The legend grows, can't ignore. Laugh or cry, take your stand. Phil's got the mic and he's in command. Lights go down, the crowd ignites. Chaos reigns on Monday night. Suck it, Phil, feel the fire burn. Ripping through the night, no return. Raise your fists, let the madness flow. This is war, welcome to the show. Lightning strikes, baseline growls, shaking lights. No escape, no retreat. Monday's wrath, feel the hate. Suck it, feel the fire burn. Ripping through the night, no return. Raise your fists, let the madness flow. This is war, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Suck it, Phil. The crowd screams loud. Monday's
Yes. NCR hates that opening. He always runs out of dollar bills.
It's not my fault I run out of singles if you keep having Sister Diamond and Sister Paige keep dancing in front of me. You don't bitch and moan about me filling the collection plate, I say with quotes.
No, I don't. Yes, that's true. You do help keep
Uh-oh.
the widows and
Church
orphans
funds?
fund on.
Church funds going to strippers?
Hey, I support single
No,
mothers.
no. Church funds coming from strippers.
Oh.
This is the confessional, after all.
Yes, this is the confessional.
Leo will not be happy.
Why do I care?
True. True.
Well, we all know the last two times they elected popes, the following Super Bowl to see how the time. So now
Thank God you were roboting.
The last two times a new pope was elected the following Super Bowl, the Seahawks won. Now we have Leo, so this should be the third time that Seahawks wins the Super Bowl.
And what about the 8 other times the Pope was elected and the Super Bowl went on? And the Seahawks were nowhere to be found.
Well,
That's personal.
It's personal, Pam. It's personal, Pam.
That don't count, but we're going to make it 3-3.
Yeah, that don't count. Yeah, okay. Well, how's
Somebody's
everybody's
just
Monday?
mad that his team isn't there.
Nah, I'm kind of used to it by now.
NCR got something to drink.
What? NCR what?
NCR
Got something to drink. I heard his
Oh,
Can cancel it.
yeah, he's drinking that beer again. So how is everybody's Monday?
Rough.
Cold.
Somebody's got a TV on.
Okay.
Is that better?
It's always you. It's always you.
Sorry.
Calm
It picks-
down, Thelma
Mike-
and Louise.
Microphone picks up everything.
Okay.
Yeah, calm down, Thelma and Louise. Well, have we got any good news out of the auditing world, NCR?
Yes, there is some news out of the auditing world. LIA released what he's calling his secret recording of the Border Patrol agents from inside the holding area where he was detained.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's been a lot of controversy in the comment section of my video I did on him, where people are questioning the authenticity of it because some people are saying it could have been staged. And it's odd that he was using Gronk AI for his video.
Yeah.
Highly sus, as the kids would say. But in that video, a lot of the stuff he said happened didn't happen.
Hard to believe. Hard to believe. Liar lied.
Now, in his live stream, he said they aggressively searched him and grabbed his private area, which we didn't hear him say anything about that in the video.
Chilly-esque. Chilly-esque.
Now, this is a key part which I really wanted to draw attention to. When they said that if they were going to be forced to fingerprint him, is he going to fight them? In his live stream, he says he wouldn't cooperate. And then he claimed that the ICE agent or Border Patrol agent, it's Border Patrol, I'm sorry, not ICE, but said,
Yeah.
and I guess we're going to be fighting. No mention of a fight was going to happen. Not to mention, he misquoted.
Did we lose NCR?
Sounds like it.
NCR, come back to the light. Come back to the light. It's a dramatic pause. Horrifying. Nope. Looks like he dropped. We got to re-add it. Hold on.
Hey, Sue Bear.
Okay, where were you?
It's gone again.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry about that.
That's
Restream
okay.
does not like me.
That's okay. Continue.
So
We just considered it a dramatic pause.
he claims they violated his 4th and 5th Amendment rights by seizing his property, but yet they didn't find the secret recorder that he had on his person when they searched him doing a Terry frisk. But they found his other recording device and his jewelry, his belt, his wallet, and everything else.
You need to update your vernacular. It is now a Kavanaugh stop. Because Kavanaugh has decided that if you are brown skin and Border Patrol detains you, it's okay. It's not racial profiling. It's just, standard Border Patrol tactics.
Well,
so it's now a Kavanaugh stop, not a Terry stop.
whatever you
Same
want to
thing.
call it. whatever you
Same
want to
thing.
call it.
They can stop you, detain you, frisk you, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Now, he was also trying to hide his face from them doing a facial recognition of him.
Hmm.
But yet at the end of the video, he says, you guys could have done a quick Google search and found me out by using Google Images. But how could they get an image of you to do it unless you let them take your picture?
Right.
Where he claims he will be filing his lawsuits, he's going to hold them accountable. They are nothing but tyrants, typical nonsense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Apparently he's not paying attention to what Border Patrol policies are now currently, and the current tax that they're doing, and
Is
how
that
the
Supreme Court?
current administration supports it.
Supreme Court, Kavanaugh?
Yeah,
Okay.
there was a lawsuit filed because Border Patrol was pulling over people who were looked like they were Hispanic, and so he filed a lawsuit, and it made it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, "Yeah, no, that's okay," because they're just briefly detaining you. It's like a Terry stop, and they're just briefly detaining you, and it isn't racial profiling. It is. We used a different word for it, but essentially it's racial profiling, but they're okay with it because immigrants they're looking for are brown skin. So the fact that you're, a United States citizen, it's just a minor inconvenience.
Well, here's the thing. There is case law that supports them doing the interior checkpoint stops, and it does grant them the right to briefly detain you to verify U.S. citizen status, or if you have a valid passport to be here in the country.
Right.
Now, they can briefly detain you, but it cannot be for retaliatory reasons. And I've been covering this whole situation with him. I've been looking up the laws. I've been looking up case law and policies. Yes, he does not have to answer their question, but he has to tell them that he is invoking his Fifth Amendment right. Remaining silent is not enough.
Right.
So all of this is in vain for him. This is just in my personal opinion, this is just my personal opinion. I think it's just a money grab for him, because even in his live stream,
He made $5,000 yesterday.
Yeah, it's just a money grab.
Yeah,
because
he made $5,000 yesterday.
Even in that first live stream, he admitted that he could not sue Border Patrol under a Bivens lawsuit, because a Bivens lawsuit does allow you to sue agents in their personal capacity from the FBI, ATF, DEA, U.S. Marshals, but you cannot sue the Department of Homeland Security, TSA, Border Patrol, ICE.
Right.
But you can sue everybody else under a Bivens, pretty much, but them. So him saying he's filing these lawsuits, even though he's admitted that, yeah, he can't do it, why are you asking for money?
Because he can.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he can, and, his fans will do it. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we have our own grift. I don't know if you know this or not.
I did not.
Okay. And in consultation, in my nightly prayers and consultation, vision was given unto me. Of Jim, bald,
stuffed into a snowsuit.
Well, the snowsuit, no, but bald.
No, he was in a snowsuit today.
Well, he may have been in a snowsuit today, but my vision was Jim bald. And in order to get there, $200 for him to shave his head, $300, and he'll be on camera all week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I like him on camera.
Yeah. Well,
I like it when he's on
imagine
camera.
him shaving his head. Imagine if we actually got the $200. Imagine we got the $300 for him to be on camera, and he actually shaved his head, which would be more than what Stone Vet actually managed to, do in a year's worth of trying. But that's our new grift. That's our new grift. $200 for him to shave his head, $300 for him to be on camera, and all of this will go to
booty
support
shorts.
our document dumps.
No booty shorts. No
getting
booty
kind of
shorts.
expensive.
No.
No booty shorts. No booty. $500. No booty shorts.
Oh my God. No.
Or $500 and booty shorts. Or, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I leave it up to you guys. We do have the links at the bottom of the page. You can contribute in any way that you see fit. So that's our plan. That's our plan. I have not told Jim about this plan yet. So it could be a very nice surprise for him.
Yeah. He'll be thrilled. He'll be thrilled.
Well, we said it on air, so guess what? He's got to live up to it. Sneaky on my part.
Brain bleach. Yep. Oh, Pants, thanks for the super chat. $6.69. I see fit. Where did Phil go? Guess it's my show now. Welcome, everybody, to Gia's Really Cool News and Suck It Phil Monday. Thank you, Dave, for the super chat. $25 for the Shave Jim's Head grift, or buy Gia a plane ticket for Vegas trial, or a grift to be. No, I'm not going to Vegas. Thank you. I would be thrown out of the courtroom. I really would. I would be thrown out of the courtroom for saying something inappropriate or throwing muffins.
Then you'd need bail money.
Then I'd need bail money, and then I'd have to call Randy, the super cool attorney, to get bailed out. And I do not want to go to jail in Vegas.
No.
No, I don't. I don't.
Right there is a violation of my constitutional rights. I have the rights to see that. The UCC does not pertain to any of your rules or your regulations or any of that.
All right, this is the District Court of Comanche County, Kansas, case number 25
Reality
CV1.
show.
Case is entitled American Ag Credit PCA versus Timothy Peterson, individually and as trustee
arrested.
of the Timothy Charles Peterson Trust, and Shelley Peterson, individually as trustee of the Shelley Peterson Trust et al. We are set today for hearing on the plaintiff's motion for summary judgment. Plaintiff
that
is appearing
flag.
through its attorney, Nicholas
Yeah.
Grillo.
How pathetic is
I
that?
believe we have for CNH Industrial, is it Quan Nguyen? Is that right?
Yes.
Your Honor, we need to make a correction to the record before we get started.
I believe they're American state nationals, so that would make sense that they have a different flag because they're not the United States.
So it's white and blue stars and red and white
Yes.
stripes.
Yeah, the stripes are the same, but they're changing the background. They're changing the background.
Yeah.
Instead of blue with white stars, they went with white with blue stars.
Yeah. Yep.
Just finish introducing the case and then we'll take up any issues.
You bet.
And then also appearing, we have Timothy Peterson and Shelley Peterson appearing pro se. All right. So as I stated, we're set for hearing on the motion. So Mr. Peterson, you believe there's some issues we need to address first?
Yeah, I've got a couple three, Your Honor. Before we begin with my introduction, are we in a constitutional court of record?
What?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
What?
Are we in the public record?
Some question.
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, this court is a constitutional court of record. Then would you agree?
Well, it exists under the Constitution of the state of Kansas, so I suppose that's correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor. And we are here sui juris, not pro se. And then
We are here tomato, not tomato.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
underneath the UCC 1-308, we reserve our rights
UCC.
under common law without
Oh,
prejudice.
Jesus.
And no, Your Honor, we are not the defendants listed upon this court case. We are living souls and living bodies.
Then
and
what are you
living
doing
people
there?
upon the land, and as the sole executors and beneficiaries to the trust.
Well, you know what I would do if I were the Kwan guy lawyer, you know what I would do? I would say I object and I move for this to be dismissed because the defendants are not here.
Yes. And I wish for a warrant to be issued for whatever.
Well, no, it's a civil matter,
it's a
right?
civil
So you
matter.
get the-
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get the case dismissed. You know,
Yep.
they didn't show up. Default them.
Yep. Yep. That's always my biggest question. Why are you there if this is not you?
And
Right.
when's the last time that somebody who wasn't alive got brought in for a trial?
Yep. Yep.
Listed as the defendants in this case before the court. We are non-corporate citizens. We are U.S. nationals here in peace and non-combative in this constitutional court of record. And we appear only as a special divine appearance to settle the business matters before the court only. And also, Your Honor, as you have addressed, this is a trust issue. The defendants listed here today, so that was one of the corrections that we needed to have made that hadn't been previously read into the record. Before we begin, Your Honor, do you have proof of your constitutional oath of office to the people? And do you have proof of your oath of service? Because we require you to be in your oath of the Constitution to the people of service and to your oath of office here today.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And would we be able to get copies of those? They didn't have that, nor your judicial bond copy at the Comanche County Courthouse.
They should. Those were circulated, but I can make sure those are provided to the clerk so you can access them.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. In addition to that, as we are now clearly in the jurisdiction of common law and underneath the Constitution itself, which is the supreme law, well, are you able to uphold your oath to the Constitution, Your Honor?
Yeah, so I've executed my oath, and that's of the record, so I don't know that that's immediately needed to be addressed today. So we do need to get on with the time that the issue that we're set for, which is the motion for summary judgment. So are there any other specific issues before we proceed with that, Mr. Peterson?
People.
As this is
He's like,
our private, I would like to know, as these are the defendants, if you can see there, Your Honor, these are the defendants, which is our birth certificates, and also they are our minor estate trusts. Does anybody here present today have a higher claim to these trusts and these birth certificates than we do?
Huh?
Okay, so we're not gonna.
No.
Again, just dismiss this bullshit. grant
Yep.
summary judgment for the plaintiff. You're not participating, and you're not participating in good faith.
He needs to listen to his guru. This is what his guru told him to do.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure.
I do
I'm
not
sure.
recognize the authority of a court that hangs the gold fringed flag. A flag with gilded edges is the flag of an admiralty court. An admiralty court signifies a naval court martial. I cannot be court martialed twice. That is all.
If he would have said that, this could have been dismissed.
Right. Right. Well, just wait. It gets better. It gets so much better.
Going to continue with this line of questioning because it's not relevant to the summary judgment motion. So I think with that, I'm going to foreclose any additional quote unquote preliminary matters, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Grillo for any argument on his summary judgment motion. So with that, Mr. Grillo, whenever you're ready, if you have any additional argument, you may do so.
Yes, Your Honor. I appreciate the time and effort, the court allowing us to appear via Zoom. Appreciate the accommodation. For the most part, the response, the motion and memorandum in support, as well as the reply, set forth most of the arguments that American Ag Credit would be proffering today in detail. I think that the main thing that I want to point out to the court, and although I'm sure the court's aware of it, in a preliminary matter, we had a motion for judgment on the pleadings, and that Your Honor ruled on that on June 2nd of 2025 and identified specific issues that remained in the case that were needed to be decided based upon further proceedings. One had to do with whether or not payments or whether there was consideration for not just the original note in August of 2019, but also the renewals that were executed by the Petersons in 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, as well as whether or not there was any proof that said that the Petersons have paid American Ag Credit in terms of that in terms of its note and mortgage and security agreement. And Exhibit 6 to the memorandum of support, American Ag Credit produced a verified payment history, or essentially loan accounting for the line of credit the Petersons took out in August of 2019. That detail in Exhibit 6.
I think it's probably a farm loan.
Okay, so it's a foreclosure. Yep.
Well, it's not a foreclosure. Like they're not purchasing their farm. They probably had purchased equipment.
Equity loan?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they'd purchased equipment and probably stuff for planting, which is typically what farmers do.
Use their property as collateral.
Well, they take out a line of credit, right? And then they'll also use their farm equipment for collateral.
Yeah.
They defaulted.
And they defaulted on this loan.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And now they're trying to get out of the default, not by coming up with any kind of defense. They're trying to use UCC1, and you didn't capitalize my name correctly.
Yes, I am not this person.
And the thing that defeats all of these claims, even under UCC1, if you make payments, you've agreed to everything.
Yes.
You can't now come back years later and claim some sort of defect.
Yep.
Because
Why would you pay somebody else's? Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yep.
You wouldn't be paying on the debt if it was defective.
Right.
I do not recognize this court. I am the living man.
Yep.
You must let me go.
Yep.
Yeah. Take it out of my trust of $1 billion.
Yeah, bazillion.
And so it's just simply, as typical, a misunderstanding of how UCC works.
Yep.
And the judge is going to get into this. This is a little bit of a lengthy thing, but this is, and the confidence that this guy has in his own bullshit gets
Yep.
stronger as it goes on. It's hilarious.
The dumbassery is strong with this one.
Yes.
Hey, Phil.
Oh yeah. The Dunning-Kruger is high.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi's talking about her meat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's got meat.
Uh-oh.
Exhibit 6 shows
Not,
all
it's
the
not
loan
fully smoked
advances that were
barbecue. I know
made,
that.
as well as all of the payments that were received by American Ag Credit from the time of the inception of the line of credit
Are they
in August of
moist, wifey?
2019 through the
Oh,
non-renewal
so
of
moist.
the
Yeah.
line of credit effective on August.
It's very moist because it's juicy. It's juicy, daddy.
August 1 of 2024. And I think that shows the detail of to the court that payments were made not just from the Petersons to American Ag Credit, but also that loan advances were made to the Petersons throughout the life of the line of credit. And it would be American Ag Credit's contention that shows adequate consideration for not just the original note, but also the subsequent renewals, as well as reflects the lack of payment that was received from the Petersons on American Ag Credit's line of credit. So in other words, it specifically addresses the two remaining issues that the court identified and shows that that everything was supported by consideration and the payment hasn't been made. More importantly,
Have you noticed
there was no
look on the
contention
wife
in
of,
response
why am I
to
listening to this asshole?
Exhibit 6 or no affidavit or
Yeah,
other
they have complete contempt for this
material piece of
attorney, the
information
whole
or facts
process.
that were presented by the Petersons in the response to American Ag Credit's motion for summary judgment that shows that there's a dispute in terms of that payment history.
Yeah, objection, Your Honor. They received several negotiable instruments to pay that account in full, and they accepted them, never did return any of those. And by acceptance, therefore, that discharges the liability. My paperworks are complete with that and has evidence that it's.
You'll have an opportunity to make your own argument here in a second. So if you'll let Mr. Grillo finish, then I will give you an opportunity.
Right.
Well, not in regarding to that, none of that information was presented in response to the motion for summary judgment. No proof was put forth, and I'm very confident that if Your Honor, would review that negotiable instrument that Mr. Peterson refers to, it's not legitimate. It attempts to draw on some sort of Social Security trust on the Treasury of the United States to pay American Ag Credit the balance of its loan in full. And there's no consideration. There was no money that was going to be paid. It's just not a legitimate argument or payment. And so, but more to the point, in terms of the procedural aspect of this case, none of that was presented in their response to the motion for summary judgment. There's no dispute that American Ag Credit maintained a note, mortgage, and security agreement against the assets the Petersons owned.
Yep.
There's no dispute that the loan hasn't been paid, or no proof of a legitimate dispute that loan hasn't been paid, and that American Ag Credit is entitled to a judgment foreclosing its mortgage and security interests in the Petersons' property.
I'm gonna have to find this
As a matter of fact,
because
American Ag Credit set forth 41 statements of uncontroverted fact, and not a single fact was responded to, not only in the appropriate fashion.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find this video because my brother was telling me
I'll send
about
it to
it
you.
when he was on r/sovereign citizens because he loves a good laugh.
Yeah.
A sovereign citizen tried to pay for a brand new, fully loaded truck with 5 silver coins, 2 gold coins, and his signature of bond. I'm going to track that video down.
Did they
That
have
makes
Chuck E.
sense.
Cheese or Mickey Mouse printed on them?
I don't know, but he was pissed when they called the cops and removed him from the car lot because he was trying to buy it, and he had proof of legal currency, which was the 5 silver coins, 2 gold coins, the signature of bond, and a witness.
Oh, well, that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, yeah.
It was witnessed, so therefore it's valid. Well, see, I like this. I'm gonna here's what's the confusing thing to me with these kind of people. You've been paying on this for years. That you never had an issue with it before.
Yep.
And it's only until you get into financial difficulty that you come up with this bullshit
Yep.
and then buy into it.
Yep.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
When you have no one who has money is doing this.
No. Yeah, and you risk your farm, your future, your children's future, everything, because they will get paid eventually.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Required by the Supreme Court, but in general, there was nothing in the responses the Petersons filed that shows that any of those specific facts were in dispute. But even then, it's not the court's job to ferret out those items in the record, which is why the rule is the way it has been implemented. And the Petersons were well aware of that rule because they faced the same issue in response to CNHI's motion for summary judgment. So this wasn't a new concept to them, at least in this particular case. And so, Your Honor, I don't see there's any dispute of material fact that exists. I think American Ag Credit is entitled to judgment. There are no affirmative defenses, and there are no issues as it regards to the remaining 2 items that the court had identified in its ruling, that American Ag Credit is entitled to judgment on those issues.
All right, thank you, Mr. Grillo. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Peterson.
Now, they did receive these payments that we sent them, and they were not returned, Your Honor. They are writing in their rules and regulations, evidently, that do not apply to the Uniform Commercial Code on negotiable instruments.
Oh my God.
So their payment was secured. There was no reason to go any further than that. Marbury versus Madison was very clear in its decisions, and that rules, statutories, rulings of even yourself,
His
Your
wife is
Honor,
rethinking
do not
her
apply to
life.
people. These apply to corporations and non-legal, non-living entities, dead entities, if you will, Your Honor. They do not apply to it.
Now, this might surprise you. That's not. None of that is mentioned in Marbury versus Madison.
Yep. Yeah.
None of it.
Wow. Wow.
The UCC wasn't even a thing when Marbury versus Madison was decided. It didn't exist. So, yeah.
Us here today. But upon that note, and the word note, we do demand presentation of the original note at this time. We've been asking for the note and has been denied time after time from these gentlemen. It needs to be the original note. It must have the original endorsements, the wet ink seals. It must have all allonges or any allonge that is attached to it. And if it does not act in their possession, any of these notes, then they have lost the rights to the note. And the note.
So, let's say they produced that. Now what? Now what's your claim?
Yeah. The some of them will say these two papers have to be together. If they are not together with
Right.
a signature,
Right.
then I
Right.
don't know it.
Which none of this is true. Like, none of this is true. And again, you were paying on your loan. Now that you've defaulted is not the time to raise this argument.
Look at her face.
I know. She's like looking at him like, what the
And
fuck are you
security
talking
follow each
about?
other. So at this time, photocopies are not admissible in a court of law. They cannot be used because you can be tried 3 or 4 times for having the same photocopy when in fact they don't have the original. And only the original, and we demand that to be presented at this time, can be honored, Your Honor. Do you, gentlemen, have the original notes?
Mr. Peterson, we are well beyond any discovery demands at this stage in the proceeding. So
Sir.
I'm not ordering that they're going to be required to produce any additional documents.
Oh, sir. That right there is a violation of my constitutional rights. I have the rights to see that. The UCC does not pertain to any of your rules or your regulations or any of that. It is underneath the common law. Common law states that I have my rights underneath the Constitution. And I am not here underneath the rules and the regulations and the statutory codes of, if anything, in that type of line. I'm here today to get my rights and demands to see that note. If you are trying to subvert the law or correct the law in some unknown manner that has not been presented to us here today, then that, Your Honor, gives me the right to take that up as a liability against yourself and the gentleman presenting that today. I do have the rights to see those notes. Those notes need to be presented today. I've given them ample time several times, Your Honor, and they accepted that.
Okay. And again, I am denying that request and not ordering that that be produced.
And at that time, Your Honor, can I then object and that you, Your Honor, and the officers of this courts have entered into rights violations underneath the U.S. 18242 deprivation of rights underneath the color of law? May I enter that into the record, please?
Now, here's a question for you. You don't follow statutes and codes, right? But what is the UCC? The Universal Commercial Code. But you don't follow statutes and codes. Make it make sense.
It makes sense if you don't have functioning brain cells. Think about it. You're using facts and logic, and it's giving you a headache.
Now,
I'm using common sense. It's giving me a headache.
And that's the problem.
now, see, as a woman, I'm looking at the wife's face and thinking,
Yep.
to read her mind, holy shit, I married this.
Yep.
Yeah, I know,
Yep.
I know. She's like, you know, our life is going down the drain, and you're pulling this bullshit.
Yeah.
Baby, trust me, it will work. I saw it on the YouTubes.
I think she's thinking she's gonna lose the farm.
Well, I mean, you just stated it, so I don't need to make a finding. Okay. So, Mr. Wynn, anything from CNH Industrial?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Grillo, anything else from you?
Your Honor, the only thing that I would mention is the declaration that Ms. Bailey submitted, verified under penalty of perjury, that American Ag Credit was in possession of the original note, and that it was the holder of that note, number one, and number two, the same Uniform Commercial Code that Mr. Peterson is citing, which is statutory law, not common law.
True.
Indicates that there's a presumption that unless the signature is contested, that they have signed the note. and that they are bound by the terms of it. And there's been no contestation under the Uniform Commercial Code or otherwise that Mr. Peterson and Ms. Peterson didn't sign that. The note that American Ag Credit maintains, and so therefore the presumption is, as a matter of law, that American Ag Credit has the note signed by the Petersons, and so I think that forecloses any issues that Mr. Peterson raised in his comments.
All right. Mr. Peterson, anything else?
Yeah, that remains in the reverse of what he just said, is wide open. If there remains a note, if it has not been negotiated away by the four banks or whoever they have, then it must be presented. And statutes and codes in the Uniform Commercial Code are actually in place to protect the people from the judges and from the lawyers.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just said 5 minutes ago you don't file statutes and codes. And now you're arguing this statute and code does this thing. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
And such. They are not to be applied to the people. Therefore, I can quote those. And also I can demand those of those people, such as Hinkle Law and Folston Law, as American Ag Credit, and as CNHI, to present those.
Yeah.
If they have already negotiated away those notes, then they've already been paid. Twice, once by me, because the notes were my credit from the start, and the second time through negotiation.
Is that about selling loans?
He's referring to selling loans, to selling the debt, right?
Yeah, selling the debt to somebody else.
But if you're foreclosing on somebody, then you have the debt. You have not sold it to anyone.
Right.
Which is why you're collecting on it.
Right.
Now, if it were a credit card and they charged off your balance, right, and they sold it to a collection agency,
right,
the credit card company can't come back and sue.
Right. Right.
The collection agency can, because they own the debt.
Yeah, they're buying the debt. So
right. So in this
they're
particular
taking
case,
on they're taking on the responsibility of collecting it.
Yeah. So in this particular case, none of those things have happened.
Right. Right.
Right. The one guy is an equipment salesman, so they probably have the tractors and the combines and all that stuff, which are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
The other guy is with the ag credit, who, probably sold them for, seed corn and their line of credit and their mortgage. They probably have a second mortgage on it or a first mortgage on it to secure it. So none of what he's saying, while it's true, what he's saying, it doesn't apply here. It just doesn't meet the facts. So he's making an argument that he doesn't understand and thinks it applies.
They've been paid, so why should I pay them?
Well, they've been paid by his credit.
Right, exactly.
That's what he said, right?
Yep. They got tired of your nonsense and they got rid of it. So now it's somebody else's.
Well, but what he's saying is they got paid in the first place when they made the loan to him. Right? They gave him cash, right? And he gave them credit. That's what he's saying.
Right.
So therefore, you got paid with my credit.
Right. Right.
Try that with your bank, on your car loan, right?
Exactly.
Go.
Exactly.
You already got paid when you took my credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe his farm is magic beans.
It could be. It could be. And it may very well be pretty soon.
If they cannot prove that they have the original note, then they have no honor and no ability to keep asking
No
for
honor.
additional payments, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate everyone's argument today.
How much
I
financial
will
shit is
take the
he
matter
in?
under advisement and issue a written order, much as I did with the same one. So I will review everything that has been submitted of record, both in written filing and here today, and get a written order just as soon as I can. So again, I thank you all for everyone's time. Anything else we need to address before we adjourn?
Your Honor, I don't want to belabor this any more than I need to, but there was at least one other matter that was set on the court's docket today, and it had to do with the Petersons' motion for jurisdictional challenge and a stay pending their attempted appeal on CNH's motion for summary judgment. And specifically, I had filed on American Ag Credit's behalf a motion for additional.
Yep.
Read Lisa.
What?
Read Lisa.
Oh, she wants to marry the judge.
Oh.
He's gay, darling. He's gay.
No, she can fix him. She can fix him. We can do that.
Okay.
Dearly
Yeah,
beloved,
Yep.
we're gathered here today for a very, very special occasion because we have Lisa who wants to marry our wonderful judge of sound mind, beautiful body, and wonderful temperament. Do you take Lisa to be your lawfully wedded YouTube spouse, honor, cherish, and to put up with all of her nonsense?
I do.
I do.
And Lisa, of ADHD and other ailments of the mind, do you take this wonderful judge to be your lawfully wedded YouTube husband to honor, cherish, and to drive him crazy in all the best ways?
I do.
By the power vested in
I want
me
to
and
climb under his robe.
By the power vested in me and the UCC and the American State Nationals, I now pronounce you YouTube husband and spouse. You may kiss your bride.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Yes.
Our baby's growing up. Our baby's growing up.
Time to respond to that motion, which was one of the things that was on the court's docket today. The motion was filed by the Petersons on December 4th, which made under Rule 133B the deadline to file a response. December 11th, we filed a motion for additional time on the 10th, asking until December 19th to submit a response, given the gravity of that motion that the Petersons filed. We went ahead and filed our response. So we set this for hearing since there had been no order granting that extension to make sure that that extension was granted and that our response to the motion for stay and jurisdictional challenge was appropriate.
All right. I have reviewed that motion, and I don't see any reason, and I think there was an objection lodged, but upon reviewing that, I don't think there was any reason that you shouldn't receive the extension. So I will expressly grant the motion for the extension and find that it was timely as filed. So I will take the merits of it into consideration.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I guess it's probably appropriate, since we went ahead and had argument today, just to rule on the merits of the request for the stay, and the court's going to summarily deny that and will proceed with the summary judgment motion.
Your Honor, I have one more thing before the court.
Okay.
Here we go.
Timothy and Shelley are here peacefully and non-combatively to accept these charges in case CM 2025-000001 on behalf of the minor state trusts, the all capital Timothy Charles Peterson and the all capital Shelley Renee Peterson that are listed as defendants upon case CM 2025-00101 and that are unable to speak as they are legal fictions and creation only. Timothy and Shelley speak for these minor state trusts and living souls with living bodies who have accepted through fiduciary acceptance the right to speak for the defendants and accept, present, and settle all matters before the court in case CM 2025-000001 and in all matters. As Hinkle Law and Associates apparently lacking to understand the law, Timothy asks that you are addressing the debtor as secured party and secured party creditor and not as the third party intervener.
Did you catch that? Did you
No.
catch that? The law firm doesn't understand law.
Nope.
This guy's gonna set them straight. Because
His
he
wife's
know
gonna
law.
murder him in his sleep.
He know law.
In
No.
this matter.
I know my
Property.
laws.
We are asking for, we accept all of the bonds that need to be brought before us for the damages that have occurred to us, and we ask for them to be certified, and we asked for them to be claimed by me and held, and then we will turn it over to the court to settle, discharge, or dismiss all charges, and before the matters before the court in honor, Your Honor.
Well,
He's
I don't know
dumbfounded.
that any of that changes the procedural posture or any of the arguments for the court's consideration. So I believe I have what I need. Mr. Grillo, just to confirm, were there any other pending motions before the court that I have failed to take up?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then I will take this matter under advisement and
Wow. Just wow.
I don't think he's going to take it under advisement. I think he's going to dismiss this
Yep.
and grant
But
their
in saying
summary
that-
judgment.
In saying that, it's him, is he trying to get his wife off the credit report for the bad?
I don't know. For the life of me, I have tried to find, by researching other gurus and everything else, where this all caps comes from, like why that's an issue. And I for the life of me, I cannot
Sometimes,
find
you know
what
what? Sometimes my
what
name
that is
comes in all caps. Sometimes the document comes in all caps. Like
Right.
from my tax stuff and shit.
Right.
It's in all caps. It just depends on who's doing it. I mean, it's still me.
Well, and it's a formatting issue, right?
Yeah, what difference does it make if it's in capitals?
I don't know, and that's the part I don't get. Right? Is
I
that
don't
they
either.
think that this not capitalized correctly is somehow a get out of jail free card on
Yeah.
anything that they do.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah,
it-
like
it
my
is
insurance card. My insurance card is in all capitals. Wait, that's
It
not
is-
me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
just
me.
bizarre. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, it's weird.
How bizarre.
Yeah. How bizarre. How bizarre. Ding, 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 ding.
However, the format is printing. It's like, you know what?
Well, that brings us to another end of a lovely Monday. Wasn't that fun?
It was.
Wasn't that fun?
How to feel smart for a night. Yep. Yep.
I
Thank you,
have to
Phil.
wonder if the wife didn't start a GoFundMe for divorce costs.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she was giving him the evil eye throughout the whole thing. Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Now, let's not forget our plan. Our plan is to raise $300 to get Jim to shave his head on channel.
Oh God.
And we have $31 towards that. So
Okay.
and change. I'll keep track of it. So the rest of the week, GoFundMe, PayPal, Super Chat. Just really pour it on Jim to let him know. And then he'll be stuck with it.
Well, he didn't object in a timely manner.
So that's our plan. That's our plan. Any last words?
Go Bears.
Go Cubs.
Go Cubs. Go Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the TV show The $6 Million Man would be the $41 million man in today's money.
Yes.
That's good.
Stay warm. Stay warm, Christine.
Yes,
All right.
You gotta go to the office tomorrow.
I know.
Lots of ice. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed having you, and we will see you tomorrow.